That's what. Yeah, just get. I want to tell you it. There we go live, and then you got like a shocked look on your face, and then there we are. Hi everyone. So we are here, and we are here for the live for Doctor Who Worlds Apart. I'm Alex. I'm the community lead, and we have Darren over that way. You have to point the opposite side to do it. There you
Yeah.
go. Do you want to introduce yourself there, Darren? Here's
Yeah,
like the
I'm
Brady
Darren, the
Bunch.
community manager for Doctor Who Worlds Apart. Here with Alex to do our, let's see, our last live stream was a little while ago, wasn't it?
It's back in February, I think it was. So
Yeah.
we're just going to go over. There's cover a few points, just update you on some things, and it's going to be a nice short one. We're not going to play any games, just to catch up, with the team. Don't show we're still around, and yeah, that's it really. So, what do you want to start with? Should we go straight into business?
Yeah, I think that's probably best, mate.
All right. So we do have some plans coming up. We've been speaking about some things like we're going to do. We're going to try and keep the games away from these live streams because sometimes they can go on quite long, especially now with the new TLV cards. I'm playing a lot of games now, and they can last half an hour to 40 minutes. So, with that in mind, it's very difficult to have that kind of keeping that energy going while doing these live chats. So, we're going to try and separate these now, and we're going to take the games over to Twitch. So we're going to introduce the Twitch. We're going to use the Reality Plus channel at the moment, and then we'll move on to probably doing the Doctor Who channel. But someone's already taken that name, so we need to work out whether it was someone internally, hopefully, who did that. We're then going to use that as a way to show the core decks. So we'll have a time where we'll play with the Daleks, a time where we'll play with the Solarians, a time where we play with the Cybermen, and we'll just run through how those decks are different. Some are more offensive, some defensive. So we can go through that. I've been playing a lot of games lately, and I just want to say that I've lost a lot of games, but overall, I have won against, I think, the whole top four of the tournament last time. So I just want to throw that in there. So I think I'm improving, and I'm getting used to the game. And also with the TLV now, there's got a lot of the newer cards. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to explore. There'll be also things like game sort of card combinations. There's some really kind of good combinations with the new cards where you have the Judgment Stone and the Vampire Guards, and they'll give you really powerful characters for quite a small set of Ultron. Also, some sort of tips on playing. Again, all of my kind of knowledge, which is probably limited to compared to some of the others. There are some amazing players out there. I mean, I've been playing against like Moriarty, been playing against Captain Britain, Doctor Hardstyle, um, and a few of the other guys, and they just Bronix. They're just so good. They're so good at the game.
Yeah, I
That
think they were getting
yeah,
some practice games in last night. They were streaming games in the Discord server. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, I
yeah,
did see Bronek and Hardstyle in there battling it out.
yeah. I mean, they're really, they are very good, and we had a game where Bronix basically countered every single card I used so that he could show me what happens when you run out of cards. So every card I put down,
Wow.
he killed, stunned. He had so many of those Gallifreyan ships, death sentence, whatever. He took them all out, and gifts from beyond. He kept pulling that and pulling the cards back and stuff. But anyway, and yeah, literally, I'd run out of cards and lost the game by running out of cards. So it was the first time I've ever
Wow.
seen that. So that was actually quite an interesting thing. But again, we're gonna move on to that. We will be putting some more videos out in that sort of style of how to play. And if anyone does want to play, the best thing to do is to go onto the Discord server, go on to looking for a game and tag the at game players, and you can get some people basically I get like an alert when someone does that. And there's a lot of very sort of regular players on there now. So yeah, you should be able to get a game. And some of the players as well, if you go on to kind of DMs when you're playing them, they'll help you out if you need some tips. I haven't really come across anyone other than myself who is a bit like of a bad winner or loser, but like most of the people I played against will help you to play and will help you to get better, because obviously that just helps the community. So yeah, definitely recommend getting on there. Definitely recommend playing. And again, if you need any kind of advice, hit us up, or go on the looking for a game, and you'll find someone to play 100%, 100%. So we actually just had. We're not allowed to talk about it too much. We just had a game on, like, a newer version of the game, and yeah, there's some very interesting features on there. Um, Again, I'm a very bad winner, so I just want to say how much I destroyed Darren. I think I doubled his points. I just want to throw that in there. But and also,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have heard that when Morton had a test on there, he won his game as well. So yeah, there's some new things coming there.
So what you're saying is we
Um,
need to pit you and Morton against each other now.
I tried to do this at the Christmas party. Um, I was a lot more drunk than Morton, so I was coming out with a fight and talking about we need to play each other online. We need to play live on one of the streams, um, and if I win, I get a Steam Deck. And yeah, he didn't entertain
You
the
didn't
idea
bite.
at all. He didn't buy it at all. Yeah, no. But then also shortly after we did get our founders tokens, so that was nice. But I do want to play against him because I've heard rumors he can actually play. You might want to play
Yeah, and
some. You
very
might want to
well.
play. Yeah, you might want to play Tony, because apparently he can't play.
Oh,
So if you yeah,
see,
so if we do.
so now everyone gets to see the abuse I put up with on a daily basis.
Oh, an hourly basis, easily,
Yeah,
easily. I
easily.
actually had a conversation with that with Abs yesterday. Funny enough, um, about the messages we send each other, but we can't go on that here. Um, Again, yeah, thanks everyone for stopping in. Thanks for watching. We've got Ketch, uh, we've got Lego. Uh, who was it? I
I'm
always
trying to
forget who
remember.
UPA Global is. Someone, is that Bronix? Oh no, that can't be Bronix because he's talking about Bronix. I always forget who UAP Global is. And I can't remember. I know this one as well. I'm really bad with remembering from here. That's the problem when you got like Discord and you got the different handles everywhere, and then you go on
Yeah,
Facebook and you got like the names. Hardstyle, that's it. Good
UAP's
one,
hard stuff.
good one. Cheers, Ketch. The next thing wanted to go on to was there are going to be um, we're going to do the tournament. So what I can do is here is the link that Lego set up for me. Thank you, Lego. And this says, so we do have the participants already entered. Just double check your name is in there. It's going to be very sort of same as last time, where the prizes for this will be, first place will be founders token. Second place will be two premium decks of your choice. Third place will be one premium deck and one common deck of your choice. And then fourth place will be two common decks of your choice. I just want to say that last time we gave out participation awards for everyone who completed their games. Um, I'm going to say we may do the same this time as well. Just to thank people for taking part. The last time, we had, I think we had around 30 people playing, and it was, it was a good little tournament. I think Darren went out the first round, but it happens.
No, I didn't. Oh well, yeah, second technically.
Okay. Well, you went out for the first round eliminator, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I drew with someone else in my group, so we had to both play everyone again, and then I lost. So it's like the second phase of the first round.
I avenged you though.
You did
I avenged your
all the
death.
way
So,
through.
well, no, I avenged you, and then I lost the next round. But yeah. So, I think Moriarty took me out, if I remember correctly. But I phased things out like that. I can't remember those points. So yeah, so we've got the tournament. The other thing that we have coming up in the 0.11 update, which is that we're allowed to talk about. We're not allowed to talk about a lot of stuff, unfortunately. The one thing that we do have coming is, do you want to say that? Because you're quite quiet.
Yeah. So the one thing we do have is from community feedback, we have avatars and in-game emotes coming. So you'll be able to communicate with each other during your matches using a set of in-game quotes where it will say like GG, well played, or something along those lines, which will be preset, obviously, to keep it in line with the game. We can't have people type into each other because then it opens us up to a whole different world of messaging.
Mhm.
But yeah, with the emotes, they're going to be in game when you're playing, selectable, predetermined, so that you can at least communicate a little bit and get that little bit of connection with the other player, rather than it feeling like if you're not in a Discord talking to each other, or if you're not on a voice chat elsewhere, a bit disconnected. You've got some sort of tally in with someone else while you're playing.
I think
Um,
they announced. I think
Avatars.
we're allowed to say how many, aren't we?
I think we are. It's basically. I
I thought
think
we were
they
allowed
have.
to. Yeah,
They have. They have said that there will be six, if not seven, um, and that will be that's the player avatars, and they will be. I think the first ones. I can't remember whether we are allowed to say about the content of them, but they are coming, and we have seen some imagery and some settings of them in mock-ups of the website, how they're going to look there, and in the game how they're going to look, and they look good. They do look good.
yeah. I've
So
got
that's
here that
something to look forward to.
we're allowed to announce that there are 6 avatars.
Yep,
So you'll have the main factions, and then there'll be 3 others. And then also sorry, archetypes or factions, whatever you want to call it. And then
yep,
there'll be 7 emotes at the moment. And also you'll have the opportunity, if you don't want to take part in the emotes, you can mute them. So you don't need to have them on there if you don't need it. So yeah, we've got those coming, and that's going to be implemented in 0.11. Just to go on to Alan's question there, which is, will there be a removal of the game bugs before the new tournament starts? They are working through the game bugs as we speak. Something internally was, we can share this. I mean, we, Darren and I have just been brought in to look into um, the system that they use to report bugs, to report issues and things they're going to progress in the game. And they actually, we've gone in and actually added community sentiment grade to each of those. So we went through, and there were some things that Dev had as rated high, but we felt the community was low, and then the other way around, where Dev thought it was low and we said it's high, and we've kind of justified why we think that. So hopefully, some of the things will get progressed quicker that the community are talking about. When 0.11 comes out, there will be bug fixes to that version as well. So yeah, there will be. I know there are some issues with. Apparently, if you use Modella and I think it's Moonbase, if it kind of sometimes it freezes the game. I use Modella, but I've used it at least 25, 30 games, and it's never frozen for me. But I know some of the other guys range their decks a lot more than I do. I have a core deck, and then I kind of take one out, put another one in once I get bored or realize it's not really working for me. So my
yep,
progression on my decks are quite slow, but I know some of the guys have literally played with like nearly every card, and mix their decks up as much as they can. So yeah, we will be again asking for the feedback, and if you do notice anything that there is a problem with, just make sure that you capture that and you report that to the support team, and then once it comes through onto the system, we can give it a community grade as well, a community sentiment grade. So that's that. That's all really. I mean, that's like kind of all of the stuff we've got really to cover. There's not a lot to go through. It's more of a just an update on that side, and just kind of get you guys involved in the tournament, let you know about the plans that we are doing. Um, with the kind of Twitch side, I just think the Twitch is more suitable, and it can be more relaxed, and it doesn't need to be um, as edited or as cut down as these chats may need to be. So the Twitch side, and again, if there's anything gold within the Twitch, then we will bring that in. I also actually just want to say that there was a really good article by HSY. He did a really good one. I do have one of the slides, I believe. Actually, I should have all of them, but give me a second and let me upload these actually, because they are really good. This is one of them. I'm actually going to take our pictures off, because the way you do on here is you show it as the background. So this is one of them. Let me just take off our pictures. Give me a sec. So as we see, what he's got there is he's kind of done all of the factions for the core cards. He's combined them and put them in a way where it's kind of easy to digest, and it's got the actual features on there. He's also got, I think there's 4 images that I captured, and they were really nice. Let me see if I can get them all together. If you can talk for a little bit, Darren, while I do that, because I can't talk and think at the
Yeah,
same
so
time.
I found this especially helpful because it actually tells you what the different factions' key signature move is. So like the Daleks dealing damage to another creature equal to its attack, and like the Silurians with their poison, and it gave me a little bit. I mean, even me being here for months, it's very hard to find information that shows you exactly what stuff does outside of the wiki and the website and the FAQ and things like that. So having this from a community perspective to share within the community um, is a valuable asset, because it's telling new players that are coming in that want to play the game with other people that there are these factions. They each have their quirks. These are what these quirks are. This is what they do, and they can use that to then maybe mix decks or mix the creatures together so they can get the effect that they want from their deck as a whole rather than just the card they have. Um, so yeah, rather than just saying, "Oh, I'm going to make a Dalek deck. I'm going to make a Silurian deck," they can read this and say, "Right, well, I know Silurians have got poison. That could be quite helpful, but then I might add some Daleks in so that I can regenerate people." Um, it's such a good thing to have. From my perspective as well, as not fully understanding um, each of the archetypes, to just have that information all in one page where you can just digest it at your own leisure, rather than having to have a check when you need to look for information. I think that's what I liked about it most, to be fair.
Yeah, so this is the page one. Again, there's some. He actually has an article. Um, if anyone does have the link, if you could post it into the chat there, just so everyone else can pick up on it. But so you got the card types, you got the world, the creatures, events, domains, specialists, and the device cards. He's also highlighted and spoken about what we were talking about the other day, where um, on the domain card, where it shows you that it affects the 3 lanes. It also has there on River Song, where she's got the rush, which means she can attack immediately. Also on the event card, where it's got the instant. So these is a really good way of introducing you to that. Then you also, this is the one I showed as the background, so you can see that maybe better here. So you got the Daleks and then their respective worlds. So the Scar, you got then the Cybermen and their world, and then the Reptile Earth with the Solarians, and then it'll go through and give their, what their kind of strengths are there. And then you go across and it explains the battle flow chart, um, and then just the instruction to the battle board. It's really really helpful, and I think actually what we should do actually is probably put something together. Maybe I'm gonna go and say we should probably give like HSY some um, like a pack or something as a thank you for this because it's really really useful stuff. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I'm gonna make a decision. Probably gonna get in trouble and it's gonna come out of my wages, but
I'm
yeah, I do
sorry, I
think
don't agree. I don't agree.
yeah, Darren and I were split then. Yeah, so um, fun fact: the Cybermen deck actually has 3 extra cards compared with the others, which means Cybermen deck can't allow the players to change their decks more flexible than others. That's interesting to know. Yeah, that's interesting. I also worked out as well recently that when you have when your opponent starts and then you have an instant card, for example. So if you have one of the let me go through one of the Solarian ones because they were so if you have the Emergency Devil, for example, which is 3, you can use that on your reaction phase, and then when it gets back to your main, you get your Ultron again. So you almost get like an extra spend right at the beginning. It's quite a nice little thing there,
Hmm.
but only if you've got an instant card you can do that. But yeah, again, awesome job to HSY. And what I'll do is yeah, I think we need to give him something for that. And again, if anyone out there is, if they've done any content for the game and they've got anything that they want to share, make sure you share it within the Discord or send me a DM, and yeah, we'll go through that. And if there's anything, that we can share elsewhere, then we could look into kind of rewarding people for doing that content. Um, but again, yeah, hopefully we'll get onto Twitch and stuff, maybe this week or next. And yeah, also we want to get that Rumble going. We're going to get that Rumble, and
Yeah.
we are doing it. We are.
Yeah.
I have so much
Yeah.
fun. I had so much fun doing that on the other server that we have to bring that Rumble in. So much fun. But again,
I
this is
reckon that'll be good.
nice. This is nice, kind of short and sweet, you know, chat. Um, if there's anything that you do want to ask us, or you want to know, again, we're available constantly on Discord. We're around on Discord. Our mods are there as well, who do a fantastic job, and they're very very helpful. And again, if you want to know more about the game, there's a lot of people in the community who can help you out if we're not around. And I will. Well, I'm definitely going to be playing um, on a regular basis. So if you go and looking for a game, make sure you put the app players and game players, and yeah, we can play. So yeah, that's it really. Keep it under a half an hour.
Being efficient.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, I think
not much.
with the avatars and stuff coming, I think it's something that's going to change the game ever so slightly, but it's not too much of a distant change from what we know already. I think once we start to see like people actually choosing their own identities and stuff like that. I mean, the only thing I can talk about at the moment is the avatars themselves coming to the game. Um, we can't talk around artwork or anything yet due to them not being approved, but
Mhm.
we have seen some and they look very, very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
it does look very interesting. So we can't wait to see what people how they respond to it. And also, I mean, once it's all up and running, obviously then if people say, well, we want to add this emote or this avatar, there's something in future that we can put through to the community, kind of vote through, and potentially get into the game that way. So yeah, if we want a fat Viking avatar, and yeah,
Yeah, for the avatar.
there's not one set in stone yet, but we can try and get something through. We can try and speak to the team and see what we can announce. Again, it's very frustrating from our side because we are very involved with the community. We know the things that are coming and the things that have been mentioned, and it's really hard not to tell people,
Don't do
especially
it.
when I'm talking to people on a daily basis. It's so difficult. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll try and see what we can put out there. We'll try and get something out for you. Um, any news on adding the UO cards to the PTR? There will be something with PTR coming. Um, Again, unfortunately, we can't talk about that. So, but there will be something coming to PTR.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, like we yeah, I just literally say like we'll sacrifice our unborn children if we go against our word and stuff like that. But anyway, thanks everyone. Do the usual. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you over in Discord. So take care, everybody.
Thanks, guys.